this stuff in. Let's go. Come on now. And this will be a nice warm-up for the grand finals of the tournament. As you can tell, my voice is fried. So I think he had to delete two. Yeah, he had to delete 2 villagers. And they agreed to restart the game with this. This is what the players agreed to. Because he was sniped, and they wanted to just get the game in, and they wanted also, guys, they wanted to put on a show. They wanted to actually have an entertaining 2v2v2 finale for everybody to watch. So props to the players. Well, I have to align myself here. There might be a couple other little graphic-y things I have to like manipulate, but I think we're okay. And I want to get the tournament logo on here. Scoreboard on here, and we got to move this thing. Then I believe we're all right. I was playing some games yesterday. Alrighty here. Yeah, El Matador here in the south is going to be on a team, okay, with Say My Name in the southwest. Okay, so this is a 2 versus 2 versus 2. So you can think of it as like a 1v1v1, but with 3 teams of 2. And this is actually the most that you could do this with while sticking to the same, like, if I was going to make like a 3 like directional map, like a tri-directional map, for instance, for 1 versus 1 versus 1, then I could easily accommodate also doing like a 2 versus 2 versus 2 tournament. So that was my thinking, is that every time I run Ring of Fire I'll also run a 2v2v2 tournament, so we can get some team game action happening. So, Alex Gill asks, how does this work? If one king dies, does the whole team lose? No, a single player will die. So you have 2 players on your team, and it's whoever wins the game. Ooh. There's 6 players on the map, but Huggy, you were the one who I watched lose a villager to a boar. That's Huggy's like, I hope they don't see that. I hope he's watching Say My Name's build order. No, Huggy. No, rip. Poor Huggy. Okay, so there's a lot to go over here. So yeah, it's the same as the 1 versus 1, except you have 2 kings. So your team would have to lose both their kings to die. But if the player loses their king, then they're dead. They lose the ability to continue playing. We have seen teams win with a single player remaining still. I believe Tato last year in a show match pulled off a double snipe and came back and won after Doubt got sniped really early. So. But El Matador will be at a considerable disadvantage. He decided to go with the humans to make up for that. That's such a great strat. They definitely thought that one through. You can sling your resources if you know you're going to die. We actually, I don't think we've seen that. There's been very, very few games of this. And I don't know that we've seen that. Also, if you're wondering why Game 3 is on Arabia, it was because for this tournament... It was because for this tournament, I made the starting map Hamburger. Instead of Arabia. Which I might do next year for the actual main 1v1v1 tournament. Also, next year, I really want to figure out how to get a graphical mod that turns the water into fire. Really, really, really want to do that for next year. Let's go over our civs. So Say My Name is Magyar's. Their partner is El Matador. So we got Say My Name and El Matador here in the southwest playing as the Cumans. You got Huggy G and Arg playing as Huggy's playing as the Magyars in yellow, and teammate is Arg Tatar's pink in the north. So they're in like the northwestish. And then over here in the east we got green and blue. So we got green Gurus Tabi Bufis playing as the Mayans, and blues playing as the Berbers. So the way this worked also in the tournament is players were randomly paired with their teammates, so they didn't know who they were going to be with at the beginning of the tournament. They were just in a giant player pool. So Say My Name and El Matador were one of the stronger pairings, but there were a couple other. I think it was freaking Andy and was it someone 2K, I think. There were 3 or 4 like 2K, like really high elo pairings like this. And then Gurus, but then look, Gurus, and then yet Gurus, Tommy Bufus, and Volkorn Kex were both, I think Volk is like a 1400, 1500, and then Gurus is like a 1500, 1600. Huggy's like a 1500, 1600, but I think he's one of those deathmatch guys. If I recall Huggy. I don't know if Huggy's watching. And we got Arg over here, who's like, what is he, like 2100? So this, I mean, there's a lot of high level players in this match, guys. It's like not going to be a snooze fest from that perspective, at least. And Gurus is nuts. I don't know if you've ever watched Gurus in any of my show matches, but this guy there's something magic about the way this guy plays. It'd be nice to see him get to 2K because his playstyle has like a flair to it. A distinctly Gurus flair. He does crazy strats, guys, and he's fairly good at pulling them off. So blue and Helier. So I think this will be probably our hottest point of contestation. Because I have a feeling Say My Name's going to be pressuring yellow in early Feudal Age. They're both Magyars. That's going to help Huggy out. Let's see if Huggy gets that stable down right away. What are you doing, Huggy? Say My Name had a much cleaner build. Do we see idle TC time somewhere? Oh god, I clicked something. Oh god, I changed people's colors by accident. 1 second, guys. I'm a potato. There we go. Thank you. I want to compare these guys' TC times. Yeah, that stings. Two bills. I like green and blue's team walls. I think that's a good idea. You got to be wary. Also, of course, we're in our standard Ring of Fire settings with the ungarrisonable kings. So, could be twice as vulnerable in Feudal Age if you get doubled by somebody. Yo, Chopsticks, how you doing? Hi, Nick Lob. How you doing? El Matador's here. How you doing, Alavid? Lots of cool people here. Say My Name's King is threatened by Huggy? What? Must have been Huggy's. A scout, something maybe. I don't even know. I like how we're surrounding our king with spears. More, more. That's terrifying, honestly. I think we need a pen so bad. Like, how do you not have a pen? Build a king pen, Huggy. What are you doing? Build a pen for your king. Like, seriously. If he could get his king off to where Arg's putting his king, that's probably the best place, to be honest. The Say My Name is gonna. I have a feeling Say My Name is gonna pick off Huggy's king. We need a wall here. We need a wall. We need a wall. We need a. Oh, go! Why? Why wait to the last second? Oh my god. Okay, so blue is communicating to yellow and pink, as well as his teammate green, saying that red's on 2TC. And that's going to be to make up for that missing 2 villagers at the beginning of the game. So red's actually done a really good job of working their way back in the game. After we see this engagement, I actually kind of want to take a peek at the res gathered to see how good of a job El Matador has done with dealing with the 2-vill deficit. Because I don't know if there's ever been this type of disadvantage in like a serious tournament. This was like a serious a way to balance the lost king in the other game. And the other players were very accommodating in trying to make it entertaining. Where is it? No. So we're ahead of Huggy, but we're behind everybody else. But that'll change as the Cubans, I think. It makes him comparable in strength to everybody. Plus his Vill count already is starting to, like, this will pay off even more further down the line. 2v2v2, so there's this game and potentially one more game after this one, Tormund. I don't know if there is one more after this or not, but we're going to finish this series out and then we're going to start the 1v1v1. This has to be cast at some point, so I was like, I'll do it as a lead into the grand finals, as it's the grand final of this. So, you guys came in I was not expecting there to be like 50, 70 people right away, to be honest. You guys kind of shocked me with how excited you are for this, so I'm glad to see that. If you didn't see this tournament, you missed a treat. There's some really, really, really good games from this tournament. From that, the one day, it was just a 1-day 2v2 tournament I held on a Sunday. It was really good. The whole thing is on YouTube leading up to this, and it's worth a watch, especially because that one's like all action. The 1-day tournaments are great because I don't have times for breaks in action because it's just constantly things happening. You want El Salvador to be red instead? You could change the names, 11. And the scores. I don't have a color changing system yet. I wonder if I could do that. Alavid. Also, can you write in sticky notes, please? I got it, actually. Alt tab. Change colors. That's a good one. Add color change to scoreboard. That's a good one to have in general. The scoreboard needs a lot of work in general. It needs to be like, have everything centered so I don't have to constantly adjust it and a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's a good start. Man, all we're doing is watching scouts die to spears. I feel like all I've been doing is jump to the map. There's some scouts. There's some spears. Jump to the map. Oh, look, there's some scouts. Oh, there's some spears. Oh, look over here. Look, there's some scouts. Where are the spears, guys? I feel like that's all we've been doing for like 3 minutes. Am I wrong? I like blue and green's double. Green is double walled inside of blue's wall. Ooh, Cav Archers from Say My Name. So Magyars, of course, with the strong Cav Archers makes sense. Papa Night Out too. Why not? Deal with any straggler skirms. Or maybe snipe a mango or something. I'll break in at a palisade. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We are going to go for the quick snipe on yellow here. So I'll say my door. Looking for a win here. Remember, if yellow and... so if yellow... Pardon me. If Say My Name and El Matador here down in the south don't get a win, then the series will end this game. So that's why I'm focusing so much on them. Step Lancers to defend here from El Matador. Like, they're going to be the focus, because it's basically going to be these two guys versus these four. So if they could take out, like, Yellow's King, or maybe, like, if Red can just defend behind this against Blue-Green, who are really just focused looking, like, on booming, it looks like, to be honest. There's a little bit of pressure on Red, but not a lot. Yellow's running the King out. Arg is here to defend. Gonna lose some Vills to these Cav Archers. Even if we don't get the King, we're gonna pick some Vills off. He should just go and immediately start pressuring Pink, maybe. Say My Name says heavy on, or Arg says Say My Name is heavy on us to the impromptu alliance. Now it's the same as in the 1v1v1. You can't use the in-game diplomacy, but you can act like with your actions diplomatically or whatever, and make alliances in the chat and communicate just to specific teams. Both the 1v1v1s and 2v2s have made me appreciate how good Sam. He is like at the upper level of the players. Like he's like, you know, he's obviously right up there with like like the Tatos and the freaking Andes. Like, quite obviously. Like, it's very apparent. Tournaments like this, like, show how underrated of a player he is. I agree, Chopsticks. There were some 2v1 moments with him that where it was just fucking crazy, man. And he, like, yeah, so, yeah, very impressive. And this is solid, because you know what he's doing behind this? 3 TC booming. Ooh, there's scouts diving his TC. Where's the king's in a nice pen? Look, he's got a king pen. Let's go. No stupid scout snipe here. 3 TC booming behind this. Like, look at all the pressure he's applying with like 7 cav archers, guys. That's all it is. 7 cav archers. That's all it is. Look at all the damage he's done. It's a ghost town. Yellows had to move their king out of the base. Absolutely devastating here. The Huggies eco. With like 7 cav archers and a knight, right? The rest of them are back at home. It's not even like he could just be eating yellow if he felt like it right now. He's only playing. He's just looking for like as little damage as he can while maintaining like a defense. See, so this is the perfect. I love it. This is the perfect balance of like aggression, because it's way easier to be aggressive in this mode, at least in this part of the game, until this starts happening, and then it becomes difficult, right? So, and it pays off a lot to do this, like even like on Arabia in general, right? But it is great to see aggression. There was a lot more of this in the 2v2v2 than there was in the 1v1, where players committed to the aggression. There's so many opponents against you potentially. Like if I don't want to call them potatoes too hard because they don't want to give up wins to each other. But if they really wanted to, then they could all like potato attack one player. You could go like 4v1. You know, it'd be pretty hard to defend that. But right now, Say My Name's effectively turned it into like there's like a 1v1 on this side. Green isn't doing too much at the moment. Focused on booming. We have 11. Now we're coming forwards with plumes. Poor Huggy. Huggy has less vills. Huggy has the same number of vills almost as Say My Name has cav archers. That's not good. I'm no expert, but that's not good. It might be Arg's turn for the pain train to come to town. And look, it's like Arg and Huggy combined could beat Say My Name, maybe. If they could combine all their eco into one goo. Uh-oh. They might be doing that. Ooh, we lose the plumes. There was nothing. Maybe they're just going for a snipe. Did we see miss a snipe attempt? Hold on. We may have missed a snipe attempt. How close did we get? They came in and tried to deny this castle is what we missed. And then they dove in a little bit and then they died. And that's where we left. Red just moved the king back. That's all.
Teach yourself how to fly. Eat a 2-week-old unrefrigerated pie. Dumb ways to die.
Well, that's going to happen. Mango fighting the cav archers here, though. Ooh, nice shot from Arg. Like he got one shot there already. That TC is very denied. Can Yellow not see that? Hold on. There we go. Can Yellow not see those cav archers? Now we can. Maybe with we could have said, why did we? I don't know. I'm just gonna move on with my day. Blue's gonna. That's a nice hill to grab. Gurus is gonna be the first to imp here. All right. Well, we knew Gurus was sitting back. Only made like 11 plumes in Castle Age. Now we're up to 16 and we're hitting imp. What are we gonna do? Look at all of our buildings at the back of our base. Question mark. Now we are 2v1ing pink. We've got Step Lancers and Cav Archers here. And Arg has a heck of a job ahead of him to try and defend this. Mango doing some work, though. And you know what? Step Lancers, they don't have very much Pierce Armor, and El Matador does not have +2 on them. So that's not been going great. Got to be careful, though. I think they still have numbers on pink. It's been really good fighting from Arg so far. This has been a really tough fight. I think Arg still could win this fight. This has been really good from Arg. Like, El Matador and Say My Name played this not bad. But it just was not, that was not in the cards. It just didn't work. That was a great defense from Arg. He literally kept him and Huggy alive. Say My Name, and again, I'm reiterating, Say My Name and El Matador have to win this to force a game 4. Both players in a 2v1. Say My Name winning his because yellow's basically a pile of goo. El Matador maybe should have focused on the 2v1 on his side instead of coming to help out Pink, but I think they were banking on finishing Pink and Yellow off and then having a 2v1, I think. Or a 2v2, pardon me. They're just against these guys. So not a terrible strat, but this looks like it could be devastating here, especially Gurus is an imp, don't forget. Actually, it looks like Volcorn's an imp, but we don't have heavy camo or imp upgrades on these yet. They're Berber camo, so they're cheap. And if he gets that tech from the castle, then they'll regen HP as well. And this is going to give Pink and Yellow time to recoup as well, don't forget. But man, Say My Name played so sick. He almost killed Yellow and Pink single-handedly. It was crazy. He literally just 1v2 and is like, yeah, I'll just 1v2. If they win this, this is going to be sick. We got a bunch of upgrades on these. We have recurve bow, it looks like. Is recurve bow more important than heavy Cav Archer, guys? I mean, that's pretty nice. 8 range and 11 attack. I'm not going to say it's bad to get recurve bow, but... a lot of pressure here from blue. Red's eco's holding up, but the army count really isn't. We've only got 9 army out. Looks like we're trying to... I don't even know. We're not even making army right now. What are we doing? What's Red up to? Repairing town centers? I let each individual team, so you were allowed to be on voice chat with your teammate for this tournament. But you weren't allowed to be in voice chat with another team. You had to communicate to other teams in game. If you were wondering about that as well. Volcorn says, hey, oh, Volcorn. I'm 13, 15. Say My Door are both 2.5Ks. Yeah. Oh, no, this is crazy. Blue and green are doing great. But, I mean, look at this hold from Say My Name. The micro from Say My Name, man. Every click on point. Thank God for Honey Team. The honey tea actually working is blowing my mind right now. It's because I don't have like a sick, I'm not like sick. I just have, I did a whole bunch of announcing yesterday. It's actually working. It's crazy. I feel like it never works when I'm sick, but I've never tried it when I just had like a sore throat from just like talking too much or yelling too much. 10 out of 10. Would use again. Heavy cavalry archer up, not elite. Heavy cav archer is most important. Could be wrong. More than recurve bow. Don't get hit, but you have extra range. Might make more sense in a 2v1 because you're trying to nibble away as opposed to really take like a fight. So you might want the range even more. How well has pink reboomed here, though? Let's take a look at this. So pink's up at 132. What about yellow? Yellow's back up to 85 vils. We've got our base. It exists again. All that work was undone. Oh, God. And now their kings are super protected. Yellow and pink should hurry up and attack. Pink has 53 cav archers. They might be trying to... Don't forget, though, they're 1 win away. So if Gers, Tubby, Volk overextend here... I mean, there's a possibility that pink and yellow could having been killed first, and then made to reboom while these guys throw their army and then just be in the position to win. I'm really glad these guys were able to get this in before the grand finals. It's hard to coordinate 6 people's schedules, but they managed it. I'm going to turn the game volume slightly down. Just slightly. Is that better? I feel like it was a little loud. Have El Salvador been getting 4v2'd? Pretty much, but they Say My Name voluntarily 1v2'd yellow and pink and was almost killing them. And then pink finally managed to turn them back. Even with, I believe, red coming over to help. It just wasn't enough. And then blue and green started all-inning them from like late Castle Age, early Imp. And they haven't really let up. And teal and red have held for, El Salvador have held for a really long time. El Matador still popped out, but has had to transition now into Halbs. We have not been able to establish trade. We probably could. Should is a different question. I don't know if we would have the APM available to do that. The plumes are doing such a good job. Ooh. Now, you give a high elo player an onager, and they'll give you more than a hope. Let me tell you, as we just about cleaned up all of the plume archers with 4 volleys from this onager. The other hand, ooh. And they're going to be held again. So this has been, it's been pushing in. It's been pushing. But it's been really slow going. How much gold is left on that pile? Still like two grand worth of gold almost on that pile. And is that I think we have Magyar, yeah, Elite Magyar Hussars with 14 attack and 6 pierce armor. We need more Halbs. That helps a lot. Even just picking off one of the Trebs will help. Have there been any crazy long games? They're usually pretty quick. There were a couple of decent ones, but there were none really that dragged on that Sunday that I recall. Look top. Ooh, good call, Volk. I didn't see that the alliance had broken down here a little bit. Pink and yellow see the possibility to turn the snipe around. Ooh, and teal is trapped inside. That might not be so good for yellow. The kings are nice and secure. Oh, but they're open right now. Is pink open anywhere? Pink's closed-ish. I don't feel super secure, but technically closed. But the kings, realistically, they have a single layer of palisade between them. Oh, we missed that. Hold on here. Hold on here. Hold on here. What? Ooh, what? How did it get in? Traitor! She led him to the king! She led him to the king! Are you kidding me? No reaction from Saber.
You right to jail.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did you see that? The king auto moves through the gate. Look, the king auto moves through the gate, and the animation for the gate closes the gate before the eagle runs after the king. What? What? What are the chances of that? What the fuck? I can't even. What? What? And that was, look how critical that is. Because right now, teal and red just pushed that back. Because green and blue had to turn around to defend from pink starting to push. So they stopped their push. So the timing of that was insane. That is ridiculous. I'm so glad I caught that. Ah, that's insane. Did we heal the king up? Where's Teal's king? He's back in the box, but it doesn't have its health back. We need some monks to heal that guy up. You can't garrison in buildings with your kings. So you can't heal them unless you have monks, and monks do not auto heal. They won't auto heal kings, guys. You have to task them onto the king. There's so many little quirks about kings. I love it. Soon as I saw MBL's king die, I literally was just like, oh yeah, as soon as I saw him, the first time I saw the king get hit and him not like go to move it, I was like, that's a dead king. He's gonna think he moved it and he's not gonna look. Because pros minimize their attention on stuff so that they can focus on things. So they'll like move a unit, and then they know that the unit will move to where they want it to move. They might check it in on it in between doing everything else. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, MBL's king's gonna die. And he's not even gonna realize it happened. And yep. And that was like literally the mirror opposite. It was like neither player realized that was happening until it was like too late. Oh, Matador's king is threatened. What? Oh, that's a good. This. Would you trust this? Chat, would you trust that? YouTube comments. Would you trust that? Would you trust that as a pen? Would you trust your ability to make that a closed wall? I would not. It looks terrifying. Begging. Ooh, Siege Auditor came in at some point for El Matador. Pretty sure there's a hole. I think this is touching the castle. This is closed against that. This is closed against that. That's closed against that, which is touching the castle. I think. Well, we'll find out at some point, I'm sure. There's 2 points of conflict here. Mainly that we've pushed into Yellow's old base once again. Yellow is down to 52 vills and has no army. Has had to once again migrate his economy, and this time even less space to move to because all that wood's already been eaten by Arg. Arg managing to snipe those trebs, though, will slow the push down from Say My Name a bit. Cav Archer numbers for Arg and Say My Name are comparable. But Say My Name, as the Magyars, has access to these Elite Magyar Hussars. You know, we could go Keshik. Keshik have like 7 Pierce Armor or something, right? This is better than any pay-per-view show on TV. We had a snipe? No, that's Teal's Cav just coming back. Pardon me. Blues sending them into Red's base. Red has Halbs deep in Blue's base. This is a little messy. Say My Name and El Matador. Playing like crazy. Say My Name. Where is he gonna go with his Cav Archers, guys? They're both the kings are in the corners. Red and Teal's kings are loose. I like Say My Name's base the best. I kind of wish it was a little bit bigger. I think we need Wonder to win. No, they fight, not our. They won one. Casually siege-honoring 30 halbs in the middle of a conversation.
And another one.
Just 2K things. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. Siege-honor. Boom, 30 dead units. Glorious. 150 APM comes in handy. Yeah, it seems like it. Take the gold. How much is on it? There's 3,000 gold here? Where's the other gold that there must be gold that I'm not. Where am I missing gold? There's that. There's other gold somewhere? Oh, it's over there? Oh, it's over here. Untaken gold pile there, guys. Where are you going, Teal? What, Pink? What are you doing? Pink, where are you going? I got a bad feeling about this, guys. This looks misclicky to me. I got a bad feeling about this. There's no way this is intended. We're winning the fight over there. Where is this king going? Chat, where is... How long will it take Arg to notice that king? That's not good. And back he goes. Back he goes. Why did he flare? I'm so confused. Oh no, Clay Davis, I don't have...
I'm in danger!
I'm not using piano. I'm not, because I'm not playing right now. What did I just come back to? Someone redeemed Piano Rang. Normally I'd have it turned off because I don't hit the use the keyboard much when I'm casting, and it plays a note every time I touch a key on my keyboard when I'm playing the game. Don't worry about it. Explosions. The castle was right next to ours. Why are you all attacking us? Because it's a 1v. It's what? It's a war game. It's a free-for-all. If everybody is playing like it's actually a free-for-all, like if there's no alliance in a free-for-all, then everybody's going to get 2v1. Or I guess like 4v2'd. What? Why? This why? I'm trapped. Ooh, nothing like siege onagers killing things that they shouldn't. Like Hussar or Paladin. My favorite is Paladin, probably. Siege onager on Paladin's got to be my favorite gooification that occurs. Oh, I missed the siege onager. I'm sorry, guys. I'll stay focused on the siege onagers. That's my mistake. I'll try and pull away in between volleys. All right. Like right now. Oh, we did get trade started. Guys, we are dead. Yeah, it looks like it actually. This push has teeth. Pink has a decent amount to defend with, but yellow has 4 light cav and 4 trebuchets. And they have trade set up. Yep. Oh, Matador and Say My Name are playing so well. It's insane. They had to hold like 3 times. They came out and they had to kill pink and yellow like 3 times. Like actually. Like literally had to push out this direction exactly like this 3 times now in order to... And this isn't even like a... It's not a matter of like... It's the only thing keeping them from dying is that they're killing these guys. Because it stops them from being pushed and gives... Like now red has to hold against blue because they communicate and say, hey, we're being killed. You need to go attack. So now you have to kill them. He was such a small window. Arc still has like, you know, decent numbers here. Wait, do Tatars? Oh, yeah. There's a setting for select military units for dragging. If you hold down control while you click drag, it'll select only military. If you hold down alt while you drag, it'll select only villagers. Ooh, Eagle's raiding the trade. That's gonna sting. Eagles are so irritating to have to clear up. The Mayan Eagles, what do they get? 4+4 armor. 8 pierce armor. Their castles will do so little against them. You have to like send units to go and eat every single individual eagle. One eagle will kill 20 trade cards.
Shot it.
All right, chat. Now that they've managed to make the latest patch slightly more stable, what do you guys think about the pathing? Give me your honest opinion. And then the next thing I'm gonna need you to give me opinion on is Gurs Tabi Bufas having 6,000 castles. Either one of those is acceptable. More HP, pardon me. Thank you, Laurie. More HP. I mean, didn't I point at the HP and I said, and they get 8 pierce armor? I don't know. I might have only made half of the thought in my head. Ooh, Castle Foundation is going to die. There's no way that's going to be even finished. Okay, I was wrong. I thought that barrage would come in faster. But it didn't. And it's dead anyways. Castle's good, says TV. Not when they turn into a pile of goo in the ground. Goo Castle's bad. Ooh, and the problem with going Cav Archers against the Berbers, guys, is that eventually they go Elite Camel Archers with all the upgrades, and then you can't kill them. You have to make a 6 Gajillion Hussar, or what else could they make? Paladin. And then they go Heavy Camel. Make ram clear there. No wood. Sent 2,500 wood. I like how Oh, Matador and Say My Name are just using in-game chat. And like these guys 100% are on voice chat. I don't know if pink and yellow are.
That's shit.
Okay, so guys, if you're Huggy in this game, what do? Make new TCs. He's not giving up. He's not giving up. He needs to make like 9 TCs, like actually. Ask for all the woods. Only get wood. Ooh, pink's grabbing the rest of that gold. We are trying to rebuild. Regroup still sucks. Yep. Villagers more intelligent. Yep. Does yellow... Huh? What are you saying, Professor Pigeon? Was it? Mod, someone confirm this. Say My Name, have 43 trade. You're not a mod, Professor Pigeon. I feel like someone's told me that before. 21. Looks like a lot of trade. 50 trade. There you go. Where's Red's trade? Does Red have trade? Red has trade. Red's got some trade too. They're trading happily. They've got even half the wall basically like protect. They're pushing on this side. This is an important hill. It's a big thorn in the side here of teal and red on their path to blue. If we can get it out of the way, I think our push is going to go a lot easier. And we're definitely killing this thing. There's no melee units, not enough of them at least here, to defend against these siege onagers. Or siege rams, pardon me. Their siege onagers be very different. Yellow, okay. 90 likes to talk about it. He'll never make me a mod. Probably not. I don't make most people mods. Can you guys see why I was kind of like pumped about the 2v2 format now? This format's pretty great. It's literally playing out. I love how the meta is almost like the 1v1v1 meta, but you have to coordinate twice as many people. And there's like little gaps that can happen for snipes because like one person can kind of just like sneak in and kill 2 people at the same time. It's a messy fight. There's just 60 Hussar just chilling, waiting to rush in and finish them off. Oh, big onager shot. Taking out those plumes, gonna help out these cav archers a lot. I don't think we should go cav archers anymore. I think we need to go paladin. Or maybe just pure Hussar. Pure Hussar siege. Like Magyar Hussar. Because I feel like the cav archers they have blue and green have 2 things that should counter the cav archers. Right? Paladin, cav archers, insane. Well, one of them needs to go paladin is basically. Like out of Say My Name and one of them needs to go paladin. Okay, that might be the start of it right there. Champion's not the right call. Champions were to deal with the Eagles, but no, we should have just gone paladin. Paladin kills literally everything on this map right now. Except for these guys, I guess. Damn it. Damn it. Gurus is already prepping. Damn it. He knows. He knows, Chad. This is what I mean. Gurus, really good. Great player. I think probably a future 2K, but if he can unlock the secret 2K goo. He's really good at reading game states. Paladin heavy cav archer is pretty nice. You got to be able to, if you can maintain the gold production for like maintaining like somewhere between like 40 and 60 paladin, that'd be nice. Shit talking you. I was not shit talking you. I'm casting my tournament, sir. 60 of these guys, it would be nice. I don't disagree with the Elite Magyar Hussars. Regular Hussar has 11 attack. The Elite Magyar Hussar has 14. It's almost like you're getting food-only knights. There's the Paladin from El Matador. What's this eco? 102. Is he just going to make like 100 Paladin? Show me 100 Paladin. You're a Huggy believer? Huggarg? Team Huggarg are sitting, laying back a little. Well, we got some Hussars raiding here. How's Huggy doing? Huggy's back up to 170 pop again. Still hasn't upgraded anything. We're still light cav. Still missing +4. They have some trade running. Something about modding. I said I don't mod anybody. No! Capture Age crashed. Damn it. Well, guys, we won't lose the stats. We'll lose some of the nice Capture Age stats. The opening part of this game, but we won't lose the game stats because it was just Capture Age that crashed. Boozy says, give me mod, Grath. I've had multiple people ask for mod ship lately. I don't want to. If people want to support and help the stream, I do need mod things done because my current mods are more. They have more life things happening. A lot of them were made mods during COVID, and they still help out a lot. But also, some of them have like fucking kids now. Stupid children. They're ruining my moderating crew. I'm only accepting mods that are lonely from now on. Must live in your mother's basement. Only moderator I'm accepting. Red throwing some paladins with little sense. Yeah. Well, it could have something to do with the raids in the back, though. Oh, my God. So many raids. Just defend. Let them fight. Yep. That's the way to go. Say my name has it right.
MemTV just rated with 654.
Whoa! Mem. Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome in. You are here at an awesome time. Because we are casting the finals of 2 tournaments back to back. We'll let all the raiders work their way in here before we continue. Mem, have an explosion. And I'll give him a shout. I'll give Mem a shout out to my viewers that were here. Thank you very much, Mem. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome in, everybody. This is a 2 versus 2 versus 2 tournament finale. We had issue. It was going to be a 1-day tournament from like I think it was last Sunday or before that.
Hello? Yes?
So this is the final 2 games of the tournament now that all the lobby systems are kind of actually cooperating. So we've got Say My Name and El Matador on a team. So teal and red down here in the southwest. Then we've got yellow and pink on a team. Arg and Huggy. And we've got Gurus Tabi Bufus and Volcorn Kex in the east. This is the grand finals of this tournament. And someone's gonna use one of the memes here. And Santa's gonna attack all the flaming camels. Don't worry, I'm gonna show the flaming camel. There's no way I haven't seen flaming camels in so long. Stop it, Santa. You're gonna make me. We're not missing the flaming candles, Santa. Let's go. Come on now. Come on, flaming camels. Come on, flaming camels. Come on. Come on. Explode. Yeah. So many cam archers going down. All right, there we go. Good job. Good job, Arg. Thank you. The Wrathrang fans in particular appreciate the explosion. Thank you very much. Thank you. Much appreciated. Good job. So Tatars get a unit called, if you don't know what those are, they're flaming camels. And they do like area of effect damage. They're kind of like demo ships.
726 is following.
Yo, Philomatico 726, thank you. So this is the grand finals of a 2v2v2 tournament. I ran like a 1-day tournament in the middle of the 1 versus 1 versus 1 tournament that I'm running. Only I made it teams of 2. And I have no idea who wins this. No idea what's going to happen. First time that I don't know if there's another. There might be one more game. If teal and red manage to win, there'll be one more game. The colors are confusing on the scoreboard. They don't match the players' names. Your memes are pretty cheap these days. My memes are priced for like 50 to 100 people watching, not like, I don't know, 700 people coming in from mem. The more people watch, the more expensive they get to make them more infrequent. It's one of those like market supply and demand things. El Matador and Say My Name here. We've got El Matador as the humans. He's gone, like, basically was full paladin, has some halbs he's mixing in now. And Say My Name going heavy cav archer behind this. They're kind of struggling because green is just going like 300 halberdiers. 300 halberdiers. So we'll see if that can stop the paladin. And I mean, that'll do pretty good because the teammate is going, well, we should be full. At this point, I think we should be full elite camel archer. No? I guess we can make some hussar. But I don't think blue and green are playing too effective. Although green is currently trying to 2v1 a 2k and like a 1400. And blue is trying to 2v1 a two pair of 2Ks. So the dynamic has switched from being a 4v2 to green and blue just getting a 4v2'd. They've upset their neighbors. Yeah, this is looking bad for green and blue, honestly. Yellow has had enough time to get back up to full health here. And has finally managed to get +4 for their hussar. Took a long time for Huggy to get his eco to a point where he can afford that upgrade, but we've managed to get there. Our janitors on the field. We've got janitors, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves janitors. And you know what janitors do? They clean up. Or they get eaten by light cav. One of those two. I forget which. I guess maybe it's no, it's definitely getting eaten by light cavalry. Right, I forgot. Right. No, it's, yeah, they're dead. Fink says we have no win condition, really. Kill them, 2v2 ourselves, game over. Yeah, and we lose. It makes more sense for pink and yellow to attack green and blue now. So that they force a game 4 because pink and yellow can't win this game. Yep. That's right. Arg has it right. It makes way more sense for pink and yellow to attack green and blue. So here, because pink and yellow are they have a win, okay? And green and blue have a win, and red and teal don't. Okay? So if green and yellow, oh my god.
Hello? Yes?
Homer does not like flaming camels. Seems like El Salvador is going to wear these dudes down with their trade yak, way possibly. Your call makes no sense to me. Go back. Hold. Where are we talking about here? It's got to be over here on this side. Yeah, blue and... See, red and teal, no. They just have to... They don't have to attack. They just have to let these guys kill each other, which is what they should be doing to prevent either one. Basically, the way this game... If every team was playing perfectly meta, absolutely perfectly meta, and they were like robots, then teal and then pink and yellow would have spent their whole game attacking green and blue and vice versa, and then the winner of that should try and take on red and teal, and then probably lose and force a game 4. But that's the way you should play, so that the other team doesn't win, because you don't even have to beat them, you just have to make it really hard for them to win to force the game 4. That would be like the meta for this game. If all 3 competitors were or all 6 competitors were robots, then this team should just spend all their time attacking that team to ensure that they don't win, and vice versa, because they don't care about these guys. Because if they win, you don't lose. If this team wins, there's still another game, and you're not out of it. But if this team wins, then the game, the set ends. So you can't. There's no way you can let that happen. It's a case of you don't play to win this game, you play to not lose the set. And if you don't do that, then you could lose the set earlier. They did try and take now the teams at the beginning of this game and at the beginning of the set, they kind of knew going into that if they played the set out according to meta and it goes to a game 4, then they're going to struggle against teal and red. They knew that. They can barely 4v2 them. I don't know if you guys saw or have been watching, but they struggle to pull that off. It's possible, but it's hard. And if they manage to pull off like a snipe. Oh, and then the other wrinkle in all of this, of course, is that the winning team picks the map. So if it does, like the winning team of each game picks the next map. So if it does go to a game 4, then Say My Name and El Matador get to pick which map we're going to. And they might pick Meatballs. Wait, have we been on Meatballs in this set? I can't remember. I think we did have a Meatballs game in this set. I can't remember now. The first game was Hamburger. When the team win the series. Yep, first team to 2 victories. Ooh, I should have that on screen. One moment. I have that somewhere. Oh, that one. First to 2 victories. Thank you, Falling Apart. Great question. Yeah, so it's first to 2 victories. Where'd our food go? There we go. Look at how much food pink and teal both have. Even red with like 11,000, blue with 20,000. The food counts are ridiculous. We have a bit of a stalemate. Like green and blue and pink and yellow kind of like stubbornly refusing to engage with any serious vigor. They're kind of like taking little chippy fights instead of really committing to a fight. Because they don't want to do that. They want to attack red and teal. They don't want to... They know that red and teal will win, and they don't want to give that win to the high elos. Map size is for 6. Say My Name's Gold is frightening. The trade is definitely trading. Say My Name has like 50. What is it? 47 or 51 on gold. 51 trade cards for Say My Name. That's disgusting. Best unit in the game. Needs to be made more effective, in my opinion. Seems like a wood game. I don't know about that. I do know that after one of the games, one of these, this game, or if there's another one, I don't know if there is or not. Ooh! That Say My Name goes, what a game. So I'm hopeful that we got our, this. I mean, this has been a pretty excellent game so far already. I don't know. You guys came in and Say My Name pushed yellow, like 2v1 yellow and pink, like 3 separate times. Like Say My Name played so well. It's insane. And we're still going here. Yeah, Falling Apart 0. That is how it works sometimes, but there was one set that turned into a 2-0 because one of the teams pulled off like a really good snipe. So normally that's how it worked, but because there's also ungarrisonable kings. Oh, by the way, players have kings that are ungarrisonable. You can also win with Relic Victory and Wonder Victory to try and help break up the deadlock. Why is yellow fighting Say My Name? They don't want, I think they just don't want the 2Ks to win. They don't want the high elos to win. And if you manage to pull off a snipe like this, you know, then it makes sense. Green's trying to dive in. We're picking up Treason, which means we can see where the king is. It reveals where the king is on the minimap of your opponents. So we went king hunting here. I mean, we still aren't sure if Red's king is actually walled in. It looks like it is. But it also looks like it might not be because hill things in Age of Empires 2. He can, every time he clicks, so there's a 400 gold, and it highlights the king's location for like 3 seconds, I think. It flares on the map where the king is, and then highlights where he is for like 3 seconds. And it'll like follow him. But every time you do that, it costs 400 gold. And it's a tech in your castle you can get. So, I mean, you could, I mean, if we were, let's hypothetically say we were going to do that, you could come in with Cav Archers and snipe Red's king right now. Does anyone have Cav, like, where are the Camel Archers at? Here, look, like, Pink in theory could run right into Red's base and go, stink. Just sprint in with all the Cav Archers. It's wide, literally wide open. Run in. Like, I'm sure El Matador would do things to stop you. But, in theory, oh. We might go back and watch that fight. Let's go back and watch that fight. Oh, okay, that's all I wanted to see. I'm happy now. That'll like some Siege Auger shots, am I right, guys? Good old Siege Auger shots. Oh, the villagers! Last thing that villager ever saw was not pleasant. Berbers with the cheap, heavy camels. They also, I'm guessing by this time, will have Magrebi, which makes them regen HP. All of these units. I would really like to see like 80 camel archers. And not like, I don't think we ever really got more than 30, 40 of them out on the field at the same time. And we've got red attacking green and blue. We've got yellow attacking teal. And we've got pink attacking green. So we are in a true free-for-all right now. So if you guys were ever worried about 2v1ing and all that, well, this is, sometimes the games turn into this too. Everybody's just wailing on each other right now.
Drunken Knights is following.
And this is what we love. This is some of my favorite. When the games go like this is sometimes when it's at its best because momentum can swing really bad. Like if red and teal lose this, they could get overwhelmed quite quickly. And if this fight cleans up between green and blue, like it actually looks like it already did. Green and teal, pardon me, green and pink have stopped fighting now. Unless whatever this is. Nope, green and pink have stopped fighting. And now we're back in a 4v2 on teal and red. And that's what I mean about things swinging like that. Red and teal should back off again. They should stop trying to push. I think Say My Name should follow his own advice here. Because now he's in... Look at this. There's no way he's going to win that fight, guys. Not in a million years. Not in a million years will he ever win that fight. No one can micro that good. Say My Name, the Viper could win this one. I'm sorry to say. If the Viper was genetically cloned with the Viper, he couldn't win this game. Win that. Unless, I guess maybe unless pink just sits there and does nothing, then maybe. We are chipping away at the army here. Is this set to no attack? Okay, no, it's on stand ground. That would have been a disaster if that was set on no attack. Look, green and blue still, they're going to shut down the trade from pink and yellow. And that's going to force all of this army back. Okay, now red. Where's red going? Where's red going? Red is going to send 35 hussars somewhere, but we don't know where. This is what red can see. This is, oh, pardon me, that's what's this? This is what red can see. Where are these guys going? He's going to see that they're fighting. That's what he's going to see. Did you try inviting the Viper to play Ring of Fire? I did. He did actually raid and talk about the tournament of it. The tournament has been mentioned a couple times. It became slightly relevant after the NBL thing. We had Doc. Save the Doc. Jet, do you think the Doc was worth it from Gurus Tabi Rufus? Say my name. She said more gold to red for gold units. Maybe. You could make some more paladin or siege onagers. It'd be nice to have like 10 siege onagers, but then you're like get a lot of gold in an unmobile unit. Now then the paladin will die to the halbs. Both of them have paladin. You could make Kipchaks. Are Kipchaks that bad late game, guys? Looking really bad for pink and yellow. Losing those markets stung, man. Green just randomly raiding Say My Name here. Green has been trying. Ooh, we're going to try and set up a... Was that a keep? Oh, that was going to be a bombard tower. I've been more impressed by the bombard tower. Okay, that's pretty good kingpin. Not enough. Why? Duras hits Treason, looking for the king. Ooh, can those range? Can those range? Can green range the king? Green can range the king! Green can range the king! Say My Name just got sniped! Oh, man. Okay, Say My Name and El Matador. After all that, Say My Name gets sniped. Are you kidding me? After all of that. I mean, I did call it out, guys. I said that this should be more like this. To protect from cav archers. Never mind even just regular imp racer archers.
Well, we're boned.
This is exactly the same thing. You could literally just run in with cav archers and snipe this. So, El Matador and Say My Name aren't out of it yet. They aren't out of it yet. They still have one hope left. The hilarious thing is that this is the exact opposite of how the original Game 3 went before we had the big out of sync that happened, which is El Matador had been sniped and Say My Name was left. So we'll see if this plays out any different. In theory now, I would not be surprised if blue and green and pink and yellow just full attacked each other. Arg says, yeah, exactly. This is the other thing is now red should basically pink and yellow are probably going to lose against green and blue here. So red, pink, and yellow should team up against green and blue. And this is the only way that pink and yellow should win. And then you have to hope that pink and yellow don't backstab and hold to their word. to take a game 4, but they could backstab and just take the championship potentially on a backstab. Oh, the drama. So now it's really up to El Matador. If I'm El Matador, then I am going to try to... What do you do here? If you're red, what would you do, chat? If you were suddenly left in this exact situation and you're put in El Matador's shoes and you're like, if you don't win, then 20 people get killed by a train on a trolley on a track. The ultimate trolley problem. What would you do as red? They have to kill blue and green as a 3, and then as red, you need to hope you can win the 2v1, or hope that they hold to their agreement and let you win. Or yeah, you wait for blue and green to die and then immediately build a wonder and try and hold 2v1. Also a potential that might actually work. What are the relics at? Yeah, when I clicked El Matador and Bullcorn again. There we go. What are the relics at here? 2 for blue. How many does green have? 3 for blue and green. And 2 for pink and yellow. They're missing the whole fight on top. No, I'm not. Look, just because the trade is getting raided. Oh man, the trade locations for both players is so bad relative to who they have to fight now. I see reds attacking down here too. Not as bad though. Fight went on for like 10 minutes with Flaming Camel. And we'll keep. Look, I'll keep the Flaming Camel selected. Okay. We'll keep an eye on those guys. Oh. You just do what you do. That is okay. Look, there are ways of dealing with Flaming Camels. This is not one of them.
Holy, look at all this damage. And we're going to repair it using flex shot.
All the heavy camels are dead. Well, I guess we got more. At least they're cheap Berber heavy camels. Was that worth it? Was that worth it for the Berber player, guys? I can't tell. There's still a bunch of them left.
Hey, Fallen Apart Zero, thanks for following.
Fallen Apart Zero, thanks for the follow. Have an explosion. Thank you for turning me into a crab. There's a relic sitting there. Don't forget that red can still trade, okay? Teal's markets aren't dead. Plus, Teal's castles are still up. And there's actually even some army over here that can help protect a little bit. So Teal's not completely dead in terms of usefulness to red here, guys. Falming camels everywhere. Uzi, did you actually want to be a mod? I generally trust Uzi, but you're not around enough. You. I don't know, maybe you are. Exclamation mark watch time. Now I'm being all critical in public. This is terrible. Foozy, you're a nice guy. I'm upset how careless they left the kings. Even now, Red did not learn his lesson. What? Foozy has spent 0 seconds watching Grathrang. No, Foozy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's way too little watch time. That's unacceptable. His actual watch time is 1 month. That's pretty good. Also, green pop. I don't know what happened. I don't know. What? I think he just went all in on army because he had so much res and then didn't replace the Vils. Like he probably got raided a bit and then went all in on army and then never replaced the Vils. Yep, or he had tons of trade cards that got eaten. Also a possibility. Lots of explosions. Flaming camels, man. Wow. They kind of feel pretty good now, actually. Are they useless? Useful? Chat, I thought they were like a meme unit that was completely useless. Red, careful. Careful, Red. What are you up to, Red? Poking away at these lumber camps. Trying to see if there's wood anywhere, maybe. Getting some more walls up. Imagine 60 flaming camels running to a king. That'd be glorious. Freaking Andy sniped a king with a villager. That was pretty great. And he was the second time that he had tried that, and it worked. The first time it didn't quite work. Second time it did. Red has 1k stone. Ooh. Ooh, Bardok's got a good eye. That's why he's looking for the wood. That's why he came out here and attacked the lumber camp, because he's looking for wood that he can take. There's some right there. And then he just sits back. He makes like a huge series of walls around castles and stuff. Builds a wonder and then waits for one of the teams to die. And then builds a wonder. He's going to go see if they're... Red wants to see what's happening. This is purely a, hey, I wonder what's happening over here exploration. And he'll see the killing fields now. He'll see the killing fields. He'll know that they're attacking each other. Red got the info they wanted. And this whole stretch of land is all just a giant battlefield. There's two main sections of war. Red's king is so vulnerable. If Red's going to go for the wonder... Oh. I can't even... He needs the stone for the wonder. Okay, chat, how pumped are you going to be if El Matador pulls off the push for a game 4? How pumped are you going to be for a game 4? I think chat might want the 1v1v1 tournament to hurry up and start, but... You guys have to admit that would be pretty friggin' intense. Oh, Cubans don't get stone walls! I forgot! They don't even get stone walls. Oh no! If only he hadn't picked Cubans. He needed Cubans because of the conditions to restart this game. He was down 2 Vils, so he went with Cubans to try and counteract that. Plebcaster, yeah, pretty much. Never. He played badly. Oh my god. It's so harsh. Okay, I'm rooting for the El Matador comeback. Arg and Huggy winning would be pretty hype because they were almost dead like 5 times. Where are the camel archers, man? We don't have trade. Gurus is like dying to yellow. And then it's going to be, we need to be ready to build this wonder right away. Where are the relics? Where are the relics? Very important. It's going to prevent them from just, if they kill blue and green, they can't just grab the relics and drop them in a, because if you could quickly get all the relics into one monastery, I heard the... El Matador! Get the great cards out of there. Is going for the wonder victory. Let's go, chat. Start Wonder now. We will help you. Ooh.
Did he at least die painlessly? To
Both
shreds,
teams.
you say?
It's look. This is hilarious. It's literally in both teams.
Just
We're
ran
bones.
into
To
four
shreds, you
pathetic
say.
humans. Ha 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 ha.
It's literally RPS 1000. Thanks for the raid. It's in both teams' best interest.
Did he at least die painlessly? To shreds, you say. Well, how is his wife holding up? To shreds, you say.
The thing they could have done it a long time ago. Well, okay. Now chat remembered the memes exist.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yo, welcome in RPS 1000 Shashlik. Have an explosion, guys. This is the most hilarious standoff I've ever seen. Blue and green are both like, I don't think we can kill pink and yellow. And pink and yellow are like, I don't think we can kill blue and green. Actually hilarious. Like, that's actually ridiculous if you think about it. They were killing blue and green, so told red to build a wonder, so they stopped. Yes, exactly. And now pink and yellow are like, well, if we attack red, but then blue and green will attack pink and yellow. This is such a mess. I love it. And yeah, this was a mistake, as pointed out by Alavid and I think Perchfin. That since this was up against the edge of the map, we can't fully saturate it with Vils. I don't know if he wanted to, though. Typically, I've been seeing them put about 30 to 40 Vils to build the wonder anyways. So I don't think that it's... I've kind of switched my opinion. Like, the idea is you build the wonder as quickly as possible, but he will snipe the king. If these were Cav Archers, maybe. This is quite the YOLO play from Red, I gotta say. Red is really hoping that they can 4v4... What is this? 4v1? Or they're just going to make it so that it makes... Like, this is the thing, is that if yellow comes... Oh, man, we're going to lose all the trade. Say my name's gold still going up. That's an ugly wonder. Which... Okay, but as it ranks in the Sid ability scale, this has got to be up there on the Sid ability scale, for sure. It almost looks like a throne. That's way up there on the Sid ability. We've been rating the Sid ability of the wonders. What a shot from the Siege Auditors. It already looks damaged. Why is it already broken? Why is it already broken? That's got to be one of the worst wonders in the game. Builders paid by the hour. This is why you don't get hourly, okay? You get paid by the job. The true wonder is the tent. Why is there a tent? It's a conquered castle.
Did he at least die painlessly?
Oh, wait,
To
doesn't it?
shreds,
Isn't there a
you say.
wonder that looks kind of like that?
Well, how is his wife holding
Is
up?
there wonder someone else's
shreds, you
conquered wonder? Isn't that what the wait a minute, wait. Am I wrong? Is that not what the Armenian fortified church or castle looks like? Am I wrong? The Cubans are not a civ of building monuments. They're a nomadic civ, right? I am right? That seems terrifying to me. What the fuck are the devs doing? The raid sign is stuck. Ooh, it is stuck. Thank you. Why is that doing that? Working on it. Apologies. Oh, it's going to be in alerts. That's why. And then it's going to be... Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Interesting. Pardon me, guys. 1 second. Let me fix. What the heck is happening? I'm on the case right now. The raid alert is busted. All right, fixed it. Thanks, guys. Green up in the corner. Ooh. We made an attempt with the Eagles, but they found that this is full walled now. What green can see. That's not a terrible kingpin. We locked it just to make sure they couldn't get in. There was a chance of them running in through those gates potentially. This is by far the safest kings. By far. I don't even think... you might not even be able to trebuchet those. If they're all the way at the back. Why are P1 and P3 helping player 2? Because if player 2 wins, then it forces a game 4. And both pink and yellow and green and blue don't think they can finish the other one off. So they're both worried that they'll lose without red's help. They've both actually reached out to red for help. Both teams have. It was originally pink and yellow were like, we can't beat green and blue without you. And then they were beating green and blue. And then green and blue were like, you should build a wonder. And then we'll just try and defend until your wonder's done. So, I mean, this is a madhouse. Hold on, I gotta get the wonder timer up there. There it is. Yep, and the wood is out, so they can't even win 2v2. They have no wood left, guys. There's like that. There's that patch of wood, and then that's literally it. It's a wood game at this point. Ooh. They're both still talking about yeah, you can see the trade cards going past the wonder. Trebbing castles to take out markets. So they're going to try and shut down El Matador's trade, and they're going to try and stop El Matador from winning and forcing the game 4. 195 years to go here for them to take out this wonder. It has very little protecting it, guys. El Matador is popped out, but we've got... how are we popped out? We've got 40 halbs and 18... Is 18 siege onagers enough? I don't think it is. The wonder timer's longer because there's more players. Tell me one thing that can survive 18th siege onager. A single hussar. Microed slightly. And then I can kill 18 siege onager. Purple and yellow should not kill Matador. It doesn't make sense for anybody to kill El Matador, because then they're risking the other team potentially winning. They should attack each other until one of the teams is dead. And they should try to do it before El Matador wins with a wonder victory, so then they can 2v1 El Matador. That's actually what the meta should be. In my opinion, they're wasting time doing this. El Matador has 4,000 gold. You think he cares if he loses his trade right now? Probably not. It'd be nice to have, I'm sure. Not going to discount that. He's definitely all in on this wonder. I mean El Matador. I was saying Arg like actually saying Arg. You got some emergency backup siege auditors. Okay, it's truce. We attack now wonder. Arg says 150. Is that his pop? Oh, that's the years left. They don't want El Matador to win by a wonder? Why not? Is there still a market alive? They finally kill all the markets? Tell me there's one hidden market still. Where's the starting market? This is why you build markets at either end, guys. Because if you get raided at one side, you can still just build one market on the opposite side and you get all your trade back. Oof. It begins. Can we defend the labyrinth? Down to 125 years just to get their army in position, guys. They're on a harsh timer. And we have some good chokes set up. They're going to have to push through with siege. Raiding is not going to do it. And I wonder if who's going to betray who while they try to take Red's wonder out, if they even get to that point. Or if Red can just defend 4v1 because of the Siege Onager Halb and the need. Remember, Red does not need to win these fights. He just needs to buy time. That's all he needs to do is make these horrible fights for them. And if they continuously win and slowly whittle away, that might not be good enough. There's still right now only 100 years left. Look, just like that. Just that attempt just cost them 10 years. Plus, and falling. Yellow is coming in from this left side. We should have taken the relic from Say My Name, maybe. Yeah, you can't hear your teammate in game. See, Red doesn't care about the villas anymore. Red is all in on defense. He's got wood. He's got food. He should make Hussar. Replace all the dead villas with Hussar. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing already. He's already doing that. He's actually on the ball here, guys. And he's going to be able to make so many Hussar to try and defend with. Primary danger right now would probably be like maybe like a, that's actually walled. He's made such a labyrinth out of his base. Has all of the upgrades from the university that he can get to give his buildings extra HP. And it just comes down to, can he buy... we're down to 85 years. Where is the time going? They're just going to win by default, it looks like. This is going to be such an insane comeback if it happens. Blue has finally made it to the wonder itself. Big shots from the Siege Onagers there. Hussar's coming back to try and help clear this up. Wonders are super weak, guys. They've got pierced armor and a very tiny amount of melee armor. It's basically like a giant... It's like a siege... Basically, imagine a siege workshop that had twice the HP. Plus, like, a little bit. Yellow and pink are not invested against the wonder. No, they don't want to... They just don't want to lose. They don't think they can beat green and blue. That's kind of why nobody's really attacking that hard. Blue's the only one that's really attacking.
Hey Anuiano, thanks for following.
Thank you very much for the follow-up. Blue's like, yellow's doing a little bit. But I mean, look, like, here's most of our army. Just literally just chilling. Arg's like, I'm gonna go get a sandwich. Call me if they attack us. Oh my god! Okay, well, maybe not. That's what I'd be doing, though. They can easily kill us blue-green after taking out the Wonder. They might not feel that way. They might not feel that they can pull that off. They tried to push you. Blue has a higher score than Arg. And Gurus has a higher score than Huggy. Arg might not feel confident in that. And it's safer play to take it to game 4. Like that's the meta play, is to take it to the game 4, because then you're guaranteed a 4v2 against Say My Name and El Matador. Ooh. Oh my goodness. The defense here has been so sick from El Matador. He just killed so many units. They're pushing hard now. Last 40 years here. Oh, we needed to like replace that house or repair it. Use the tray carts to block. No, you got to use the tray carts to block. Oh, they're going to get in, guys. They're going to get in. They're going to get in. Where's the army? Got to send the Hussar back. Got to send the Hussar back, Red. Blue's going to get in. Wonder is under attack. 30 years left. Can El Matador force a game 4? Holy crap. What a game we got here. The finals of the 2v2v2 tournament. Can we force a decider game? HP falling down to a quarter. 20 years left on the Wonder timer. Can the Hussars even do it in time? Villagers are going to come in to try to repair, but they can't reach the Wonder through the Hussar. Hussar are blocking out the villagers. Almost at half HP. We got some vills coming in from the other side to repair now. Huggy's King is going to get sniped. Yellow and blue sniped pink and yellow. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. They just sniped pink and yellow. What a game. Blue's going to come in and try and snipe the Red Wonder. There's only 10 years left.
I'm in danger.
Right to jail, right away.
What a game. The timing of that. How did they get in? Well, we're going to have to go back and see. And this just comes down to, can Red defend the 2v1? There's 5 years left. Guys, we're going to go to a game 4. Who said Wonder victories were boring? What a sick game. And El Matador forcing the game 4 in a 4v1 here at Ring of Fire. Wow.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
What a hype ending. We have to go see this cake snipe. How did this get in? How did this get in? Did they just run in with the tray cards? How did this get